When Fairy Tail the anime came out in 2009, I was a middle schooler battling depression. With Naruto Shippuden having drastically changed its tone from its predecessor, I needed something more lighthearted but still plot-driven to distract me from schoolwork and life in general. Something to help me remember that life can be enjoyable. One day on my way home from school, I started feeling nauseated and lightheaded. I could slowly feel myself passing out, but because I was so prideful, I didn't want to inconvenience either of my parents by calling them. Somehow I made it home in one piece, but the second I got to my room, I passed the fuck out. My mom came to check on me and noticed something was wrong, so she started tending to me, making me food, bringing me whatever medicine she could find to help me feel better, mother stuff. While I was laying down in bed, all blah 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 blah. While I was laying down in bed all by my lonesome, I noticed my brother had left his laptop. My parents were actually divorced, and he was with my dad at the time, so he wasn't going to get mad at me that I was using his laptop. My dad didn't have cable or Wi-Fi back then, so all of the media my brother and I consumed was with my mom. I pulled the laptop up to see if I could find any anime to watch on this old website that lets you watch anime for free, and there it was. This bright colored anime with some guy who had attitude, pink hair, and was with a blonde girl was right on my front page. The colors were bright, the aesthetic was adventurous and medieval, and the blonde girl had big boobs. Everything my 13-year-old self loved in anime. Without even searching through the list of other shows the website had to offer, I immediately clicked on episode 1 of this Fairy Tail. So we get a quick little monologue about the world and how it functions, along with the introduction of the main guild that the show is named after. Everyone in the guild is apparently a wizard. Neat. Okay. This is fine. A bit of world building. We also get a glimpse of our comedic relief character, a blue cat. Someone who I would soon despise just by design. But this was okay, because the second the exposition ended, we got greeted by an intro that I still listen to till this fucking day. The first few words practically brought a tear to my eye. Fayadi, where you going? Da da ba da ba da ba. As a young boy who was struggling with the aspect of growing up and things suddenly changing, I was able to identify with this immensely. From the mourning of my close friend's death, to the confusion of my parents' divorce, to meeting my first love, this song enhanced all of those feelings and had them overflowing at the same time. I couldn't describe that before, and with an intro being able to bring out so much emotion, I thought I hit the gold mine with this one. Boy, was I fucking wrong. Being that I was still so young, I had really only finished watching a couple of shows on my own. And even with this very limited amount of storytelling experience, I could tell something wasn't right as I watched the episodes. First of all, I felt like I had seen that carrot-nosed dog before, but I just couldn't put my finger on where. No, this wasn't a real issue. There weren't any real problems with the first episode. We get introduced to our main characters and their goals. Natsu is trying to find a dragon, and Lucy wants to join a famous guild called, you guessed it, Fairy Tail. They meet up, Natsu takes her to Fairy Tail, and everything is merry. Episode 2. Isn't too bad either, but it's around this time I began to notice the show's lightheartedness was its biggest strength. Even when we learn about Natsu's past with Igneel, the dragon who abandoned Natsu as a kid, the whole backstory was given in the span of a single minute, and as the viewer, I couldn't resonate with Natsu at all. How is he feeling about this? Clearly he's fucking taking it well, but he goes pretty far out of his way to find him, so he cares, right? I mean, he cares, as seen as in episode 1. I mean, he's looking for Igneel. But we never get to see a moment of reflection on him. So far, he's just another cardboard cutout of a protagonist with no emotion aside from his goal. The perfect character for young kids to project themselves into. But I wasn't falling for any of that shit. Nah. I knew at the time, though, that I could get the same experience, maybe even better, by watching literally most other anime. And I did. But before I gave up on Fairy Tail, I acknowledged it was somewhat different from most anime. Spoiler alert. The music and the character designs were the only leverage this had. And those sweet waifus. So far, the fight scenes have been bland and unexciting. No creativity put into them at all. Just fire punches and blasts and light beams. Fuck, I might as well have just gone to watch Dragon Ball. Oh wait, I did! So here we are, episode 3. Natsu's in Lucy's apartment, blah blah. Lucy tells us about her keys, blah blah. She has 3 of 12 super rare Zodiac keys. Wait, what? How the fuck does she have 3 of 12 super rare keys? One would make sense, but we're only at the beginning of the series, and she has a quarter of what she basically describes as one of a kind items. Is she like one of the only summoning wizards in this bitch? We didn't even get to see her unlock them. These characters are just really powerful for no good reason. It's like watching someone create an OC in someone else's universe. My character in the DC universe has the power of Superman and the Martian, because a Kryptonian escaped the planet explosion and met a lady Martian and they had a baby that became my character. He can basically beat up anyone. Oh, yes. Okay, that was a stretch, but Okay, maybe that was a stretch, but my point is that if you set up your main characters to be too strong and perfect from the get-go, it becomes really hard for them to grow throughout the series. So essentially, you end up going on this adventure with these characters, not really growing or learning all that much with them, making everything you just watched pointless. I went off on a tangent there. Let's get back to the show. Some shit happens. They go on a quest or something. Try to get a book. Some mercenaries come out. Natsu owns them, unsurprisingly, and I'm gonna speed through this shit. I had to skim through the episodes to get to this point because I really don't enjoy this show. From here on, I'll just talk about everything up till the episode I left off on when I was a kid. So we meet a character named Erza. She's super strong. Whatever. Also, obligatory rival who uses ice magic instead of fire. Whoa, aren't they a pair? Polar opposites. Never seen that before. They go on some guild quests, and oh man, they have to stop some flute thing from destroying the world. Surprise! They save the world and somehow put up a fight, even though the monster is cataclysmic. What is this? Isn't this like episode 5? This was a story right after the fucking. This is terrible. Alright, anyway. Another story pops up out of nowhere, and Ice Guy has a deep past, and we have to help him. Another world-destroying monster is inside some ice, but oh, his teacher killed it already, or some bullshit. Look. If you just want something bright-eyed and good-spirited in the background while you work, this is the show for you. If you're a pervert who likes getting off to big boob anime girls again, this would be for you. 13-year-old McFizz was pervy and stuck around this shit show for 12 or 13 episodes, hoping to see some kinky action along with a good plotline, like he did in the anime Gantz. If you're into magic anime or old Renaissance aesthetic or any RPG genre, I promise there's something with a much better plotline out there for you. Well, maybe I'm being too harsh on it. To be fair, the show has a great plotline. It was just written horribly. I've watched reviews of others saying there's no goal after Natsu meets Igneel, the dragon, and I believe it. Now you're stuck with a boring, perfect character and no direction. I don't even know what the fuck Lucy does. I mean, God knows. She just wanted to join the team. Maybe she gets a goal along the way, but she's fucking perfect. What? I bet she gets like fucking all the keys by the end of the show. So much for unique. What about the other characters? I mean, you know what? I haven't watched it all, so I guess I can't say that much. Fairy Tail does not compete with its peers. Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. Bleach as a whole isn't good, but at least it had a good first 2 seasons. If there's something good in Fairy Tail, it ain't worth the trouble of finding it. I feel like there's a lot more to say in this video, but plenty of other people who actually stuck around Fairy Tail past the 12th or 13th episode have said it better than I ever could. At the very least, we can have the soundtrack. That much I can appreciate from this series. What did you guys think of Fairy Tail? Am I wrong for picking on it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And subscribe if you want to see more. I hope you all have a good day.